Good afternoon, all. Let's get into the analysis for all the USD major pairs. I'm also going to be doing an analysis on AUDCAD. On AUDUSD currently, we're starting our downtrend initiation. Okay, we've got the move down into here. We got some equal lows just here. We haven't taken out the swing low yet. Okay, but we have signs of distribution, and when we came up here in a 3, 1, 2, 3, grabbed the high, respected the supply, came down, broke the fractal lows. That said everything to me. This is going down. Okay, I believe this is going down. I can't say things for certain, but yeah, I'm currently in sales on AUDCAD, by the way. And if we go to the 1 hour time frame, you can see how we trapped above the 50 EMA. So this green line here is the 50 EMA. The 50 EMA has crossed the 200, the white one. Okay, and we pushed up to get people to buy. We tapped the highest point of supply and we crashed, breaking this fractal low right here. This one. It's like a little swing low that we created before creating the high that broke structure here. We've come down, we took it out, pulled up, redistributed, and went lower. Now, I do see some form of inefficiency here by no wick over there. We didn't get the third push up, 1, 2. We usually get 3 hits to the high before the drop. So again, I would not be surprised if price would make its way back up here into this overall supply. This overall supply before continuing the moves down. Like, it's because we've left that. We haven't trapped at the EMAs before continuing lower. So this could be an inducement for early sellers, and yep, I'm in the sell. So that would include for me, but I'm fully aware that price can do this, but I also anticipate it dropping after. Okay, and just in case price doesn't come back up, which would be a surprise to me, then I'm fine. I'm already in my sells. We're going down, which is great. Also, if I'm looking at this current move down now, this could be one. Let me draw it just to be completely clear. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking for that 5. Let's drop down to the 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking for the 5. Upon that, and as you can see, if you check it, there's a potential diag coming here. So that would be 1, 2. This would be 3. This would be 4. This would be 5. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it could be 1, 2. So 1 in a zigzag, 2 in a zigzag, 3 in a zigzag, 4 in a zigzag, 5 in a zigzag, and then go up. Okay, and that would depend on what happens right here. If we hit that 618, then it's not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but either way, I do actually think we're gonna get this 5 and still be getting potentially a leading diagonal. Okay, because the zigzag is a 5-wave move, remember. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, this is the first one down to here. That's the retracement. That would be the third move. That would be the fourth. This would be the fifth. So this is just me tracking the internals as price is moving down. But we don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all of that. But this helps me to see when we might get a retracement to come and potentially take out these highs just here into maybe this area right here to continue selling. But the bottom line is, you can see clear as day from the 4-hour time frame. We've trapped the highs above the EMAs, and the direction for me is to the downside. First point to take profits would have to be somewhere inside this demand. It would have to be somewhere inside that demand if you want to take partials. Depending on the type of trader you are, I will be doing so. So see this black line? Once we break below that black line, then there is also another swing low just here. But once we break below this black line here, I will be taking partials. Probably regardless of what price is showing me, I'll probably take partials there. Because I always want to make sure I'm managing my trades well. And I don't like to hold for too long when I've got quite a few positions and they're all in profit. So these are the two lows that I'm looking for price to break today. And we could go even lower, but there's no guarantee of that. These two lows I expect to get taken into here. I do think we got a bit of inefficiencies on the smaller time frames inside here on the left, but whether we do or not is irrelevant. The point is to take out all these lows. Okay, I can even show you like this trend line of lows like this. We want to clear all of them into here, remove this as well into here, maybe 50% of this box. I might do it a bit more precise. A bit like that. Okay, maybe into the 50% of this last down candle before the up move. This candle, just to explain why that candle, okay, because it's quite important. After price came down, broke structure, okay, look, all these lows, made the lowest low, the fifth, we got as a 5. That's now the low in the market, okay. Price came back up, okay, and the reason why I'm so confident in sales right now is because we tapped into this supply. But what did we do just before tapping into this supply zone right here? I want you to see this clearly, okay. Before we tapped into that supply zone when we was down here, we got a rally base, rally base, rally base, and then rally that broke this high, okay? This is the last down move, the last institutional candle, yeah, that came down, grabbed some liquidity, basically accumulated. This is the last one that was created before breaking these highs, okay? When we did this, that was the market makers jumping in right here on this wick to they pushed it down, then added buys to remove these highs, remove this supply, okay, into this supply, and we've respected it and started going down. Just before we even did that, another clue. We got an accumulation here. This is an accumulation, sideways movement, manipulation of the lows, breaking structurally upside, came back down, manipulations of the lows into the spring, okay, and then price went higher. Now, the moment this red line is taken, to me that invalidates the accumulation. And if we spent time accumulating and we've come down and taken out the accumulation, then we know that we're in the downtrend now, okay? So really you could say this low, but the moment this low goes, I don't think this got any strength anymore, okay? That low would be next, and then would come into the point of interest, which is about 50%, this purple line of this last institutional candle. That can give us some upside, but still, once we get some upside from there, Alexa, stop. I would be expecting price to. I'm having trouble understanding right now. Give me a second. Please try a little later. All right. Sorry about that. So once price does get to the point of interest, grabs all this liquidity, I would potentially be expecting an accumulation in this area to take us back up to some supply and then back down again. All right, so that's my analysis of AUDUSD. We just quickly go and remove the drawings and have a look at the indicators. All right, you can see we grabbed liquidity above all the EMAs and came down, made some closes below these lows. The swing low, we closed below it. We spent some time here. We didn't just grab it and go right back up. Okay, so that's a target. That's a target. That's a target. They're targets. Target. Target. But like I said, give me a second, sorry. AUDCAD. Oh, right. I'm in sales for AUDCAD as well. So that's AUDUSD. Let's do AUDCAD quickly. AUDCAD is going to move like AUDUSD in so many ways, but for some unknown reason, AUDCAD is looking a little bit more bearish on the 4-hour time frame than AUDUSD. AUDCAD, what it did here, similar as AUDUSD, but when we came up here, we grabbed these supply wicks into this supply. The last up move before the down move is here. Okay, we came into it. We came right into there. Right. Grabbing the liquidity to the left, grabbing these these relatively equal highs just before the main part supply. And then after that, we're still yet to take this little order block. We're still yet to take that. But yeah, we came down, we broke a fractal here, pulled up, came back and broke that low also. Looking for it to close below that 50 stack. All right, 1 hour time frame. 20 minutes left to the 1 hour can close. It looks like it's going to close bearish. We're already outside the volatility bands, but that's fine. We're not oversold. That would be this red line. We've closed below the 50 static. It's what we look for, is what we want. Yeah, we just want continuation, strong close below the 50 EMA, below this low, below the daily open, you know, and then that's it. That's it. As they say in the market maker method, that would be us locking in the M formation. This one is a variation, so it's a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. I do see this little inefficiency here. I wouldn't be shocked if price came up before continuing lower, but I'm just following the order flow to the downside so I don't get caught out. I'm not hedging. I'm just in my sales. If we should come up there, I get a distribution, a break structure, I'll literally just add to my sales. Okay, so 15-minute time frame on AUDCAD, and again we've got the same picture. Okay, you can see like just over here we've got the wickless thing. We got one here. It appears we got one there. It's just often they don't have to come back to it, but when I'm doing these analysis here, I'm telling you, man, there's a good strong 90 something percent that price will return to these areas there and there sooner or later. Okay, looking slightly more like sooner. This I figure this is an A, this is a B. We'll get a C that will clear that. You may even commentate these. Right, look at these. It's like it forms a trend line. Yeah, these highs may also get it into this last up move. This is the last institutional candle. Created our psychological high. I don't think we're gonna see that psychological high for weeks. Yeah, and that's to the downside. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, so AUDUSD to the downside, AUDCAD to the downside. I'm still thinking we can get this like A, B, C, you know, something like that. So I'm not in a rush to add positions to my sales. I'm looking for price to try and sweep some early sellers out first. Okay, now we get down to EURUSD. EURUSD on the daily time frame. We look at the count we've been having on here. We've got one, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did not like the way we did the ABC, but we broke the fourth wave. We're inside this OB. We hit out my target box, and that's the 50 EMA on the daily time frame. So honestly, I'm gonna go into the lower time frames. Haven't looked at it today. Okay. But I would think potentially we're gonna go up today, or at least for part of the day, to come and hit the supply zone and then continue lower, because the downside target has been hit, and it's a powerful target, and it's a daily target, and it's inside the daily demand. On the 4-hour, we may have, not yet. I was looking for maybe potential bullish divergence. I think we're accumulating here. Quickly check out the 4-hour. Okay, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we crashed below the prior fourth wave. Came back up, mitigated supply, came lower, tapped it again, came lower. That's a bearish trend now. But I would not sell it from here. Like I stated just before, go to the 15-minute time, 1-hour time frame. Okay. To me, I can see potential ending diagonal here, or even maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I can see something along the lines of this happening. Okay. Just at least another low before going higher. Sorry. Yeah, I think we're gonna get another low before going higher, and then there's a sell. We should. This is where I'd be looking to sell Euro USD continuation sells. Either we swipe this high slightly, or we use this supply. This is your supply. That's the whole of your supply, and 50% of it is about the range daily high to this black line I'm about to delete. Right, you can see this purple line going through here. That's 50% of this supply zone. Now price could come up like here and then trap and drop. Okay, that can happen. Or we can bounce off maybe some supply in here. Okay, this in itself is an up move before the down move right here. Okay, so that's how I look at this. We have a selling from here, or if we look to the left, as you can see, there's another reason why we might go a little higher up into here and then drop. Because you can see from this wick to this wick that we have a gap, which is basically an imbalance on another time frame. This gap or imbalance is likely to be seen just so the market trades efficiently, which would increase the probabilities that we will get above this 50% mark and then drop. Okay, but I am expecting this high to hold. I'm not expecting price to get above this high. It did its job. As soon as this high was made, we straight away broke the low. Came back up, redistributed, and then started breaking external lows. Oh, sorry, right. Let me just put a line on here. We haven't really broken any key lows, but let's see where price has come to. Right, we've come to a little demand zone in here. Okay, we have broken these lows over here. These lows here. This is the target. These are the targets that to take out the next set of lows on Euro USD. Okay, but like I said, the sells need to come from higher up. All right. One, it looks like we're going to get bullish divergence here, a diagonal with bullish divergence. So there's I wouldn't sell. If anything, you can look to buy it on a scalp after we make another low with bullish divergence up into this area. Otherwise, you wait maybe 2 o'clock at times, UK time around 2 p.m. That's the New York London crossover, and then look to sell it from there. Okay, GBPUSD, same as EURUSD. In fact, I can even see that we've got same type of gapping over here. Not only do we have the gap there, but the candle just above it, inside our supply zone, has an inefficiency just there, which the market, once it comes back up, is likely to be attracted to. It's likely to grab before continuation sells. Okay, so GBPUSD, I'm just looking for sells. You can see we got this trend line over here and another inefficient range here. It is possible for pound to come up, grab those, and then drop. What we don't want to see is pound take this high, because taking that high now, that's 1, 2. That taking this high now, that would throw me off and make weaken the sell bias that I have. Okay. Currently, like I said, strong sells, strong for the downside, for the pound, for AUDUSD, and for AUDCAD, and for EURUSD, and also NZD. Then I expect to follow suit. I can see potentially coming grabbing these highs into this supply somewhere over here. I don't expect it to go any higher than the supply zone here for NZDUSD. And yeah, expecting something like this. Okay, I'll just draw it out. Okay, same thing. False move Monday week, beginning week, they probably gonna start taking us to the upside before going down. I am gonna quickly do Bitcoin, which is proving to be a bit of a pain. Okay, because there are a few inefficient areas that I do have marked out on the down to the downside. Okay, and that they are here. Inside this demand zone. This white line here and this black line here. And it's not that, oh, I just see it some kind of funny inefficiency and I expect the market to trade there. No. More than anything, I'm using market structure. Primarily Elliott Wave is an advanced way to analyze market structure, and supply and demand zones, Wyckoff and whatnot. And we can see we've just distributed here. We've taken out that low. If I was to count this, it would be A, B, or 1, 2. Looking for, we broke the low. Looking for a bit further down. So there's another target. We could bounce off this demand and go up. We could. But something tells me that we're gonna come down here, then accumulate and go up. So I'm gonna draw that out so that you can see exactly what I'm looking for. Alright, but I am bullish on Bitcoin. That's what I'm looking for. I think price will come into this demand, take out these lows, and then go higher. So thanks a lot. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know if there's any charts you'd like me to analyze, any lessons you'd like me to teach properly, go in depth on Wyckoff, Elliott Wave, or smart money concepts, whatever. And I'll catch up again with you in the late afternoon. All right, peace.